I'm concerned about time, the way we're warping it and it's warping us. Human beings, like other animals, seem to have remarkably accurate internal clocks. Take away our wristwatches and our cell phones and we can still make pretty good estimates about time intervals. But that faculty can also be easily distorted. Our perception of time is subjective. It changes with our circumstances and our experiences. When things are happening quickly all around us, delays that would otherwise seem brief begin to seem endless. Seconds stretch out. Minutes go on forever. Our sense of time, observed William James in his 1890 masterwork, The Principles of Psychology, seems subject to the law of contrast. In a 2009 article in the Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society, the French psychologists Sylvie Droit-Volet and Sandrine Gill described what they call the paradox of time. Although humans are able to accurately estimate time as if they possess a specific mechanism that allows them to measure time, they wrote, their representations of time are easily distorted by the context. They describe how our sense of time changes with our emotional state. When we're agitated or anxious, for example, time seems to crawl. We lose patience. Our social milieu, too, influences the way we experience time. Studies suggest, Wright, Droit-Volet, and Gill, that individuals match their time with that of others. The activity rhythm of those around us alters our own perception of the passing of time. Given what we know about the variability of our time sense, it seems clear that information and communication technologies would have a particularly strong effect on personal time perception. After all, they often determine the pace of the events we experience, the speed with which we're presented with new information and stimuli, and even the rhythm of our social interactions. That's long been true, but the influence must be particularly strong now that we carry powerful and extraordinarily fast computers around with us. Our devices train us to expect near-instant responses to our actions, and we quickly get frustrated and annoyed at even brief delays. I know that my own perception of time has been changed by technology. If I go from using a fast computer or web connection to using even a slightly slower one, processes that take just a second or two longer, waking the machine from sleep, launching an application, opening a web page, seem almost intolerably slow. Never before have I been so aware of and annoyed by the passage of mere seconds. Research on web users shows that this is a general phenomenon. Back in 2006, a famous study of online retailing found that a large percentage of online shoppers would abandon a retailing site if its pages took 4 seconds or longer to load. In the years since then, the so-called 4-second rule has been canceled and replaced by the quarter-of-a-second rule. Studies by companies like Google and Microsoft now find it takes a delay of just 250 milliseconds in page loading for people to start abandoning a site. 250 milliseconds, either slower or faster, is close to the magic number now for competitive advantage on the web, a top Microsoft engineer said in 2012. To put that into perspective, it takes about the same amount of time for you to blink an eye.